Okay, so moving on to Metatron's Self-Mastery Oracle deck. I have decided to call solely upon Metatron, but also to invite any angels, archangels, and energies that he felt could assist us in this reading and drawing. And I just wanted to show you guys, start by showing you guys this beautiful dragon, okay? With the wings expanded in front of this beautiful pyramid. This beautiful sacral and solar plexus energy just being illuminated, and this dragon just really stepping into its power and its self-mastery. Very powerful image. Okay, so for this reading, I called upon the intentions of how the collective and myself as an individual can really step into our abundance, to receive the resources necessary to truly materialize our dreams and our visions and bring them into fruition on this earth plane, okay? So these are the cards that were drawn. So this was the top of the deck, letting go, time for release, number 4. So that's going to set the tone for the entire reading. So we'll go ahead and place that right here. For the time being. Oh, it's not wanting to stay. Okay, let's just place it right here for now, okay? Then we have priorities, building blocks for life. And then we have endings, you are held. And then we have tree of life, travel on. And then we have cosmos, mirrors you. And then we have go with the flow, paddle on. And then we have blessings and thanks, abundant universe. And then we have duality, balance needed. And then bottom of the deck, we have action, movement needed. Wow. Okay, so I feel like the overall general theme of this reading is saying to carry on, you know, because there's a lot of like movement cards. So I feel like if abundance and establishing more resources for yourself and like really getting grounded and focusing on your financial stability is something that you're trying to call in, I feel like Spirit is telling you to just keep going, keep moving forward, you know? But because this letting go, time for release card was at the top of the deck, and that's what's setting the tone for the entire reading, we do need to look into this a little further, okay? So it's signified by the number 4. And okay, letting go. So I believe this has to do with releasing and relinquishing all of the things that are outside of our control, all of the things that we do not have power over, no longer obsessing over those things, and truly just releasing them back to source once and for all, so that we can move forward. Because so often in life we get so overburdened and encumbered with all of this weight that it drags us down, and it really weighs heavily on us. And by doing so, we're not able to carry forward. We're not able to move in a progressive way, and we become stuck. And look at these beautiful autumn leaves, these feathers, they're floating, they're drifting through the wind, they're free. And I feel like that is what we will achieve once we release. Letting go, time for release, yes. Please, you guys, we must release anything that's holding us back. I don't care what it is, who it is. If it is not in alignment with where you're going, your destiny, and how you see your life unfolding, then it needs to be let go of. And just because you're letting go of that thing temporarily, it doesn't mean that it can't be returned to you at a later date. It really doesn't. You know, time is an illusion, and life should be fluid. So whatever is meant for us will be ours. It'll come back to us. But sometimes we have to release things and let go of things just temporarily until that thing, that person, that place, that situation can resolve itself. But if you're feeling weighed down or burdened by anything, that can be like emotions, stagnant energy, people that are dead weight, just anything you're not vibrating with. It's time to release those things once and for all. Just let it go. Let it go and let the flow be welcomed into your life. Thank you, Metatron, for that beautiful top of the deck message. It really helped to set the tone for the rest of this reading. Okay, next we have priorities, building blocks for life, number 52, which is a 7. And wow, look at the energy radiating from this card, you guys. This pyramid structure represents a foundation and a hierarchy, but not in the sense of one thing being more important than the other. This represents foundation, okay? So as you can see, it's indicated in the colors of the chakras. So you have the root chakra red, that's your security, okay? That's your groundedness. And I think I touched on this before. If you're not rooted, if you're not grounded, then you're not going to be able to access these higher chakras and portals. And as you can see at the very top, you have the crown chakra portal, and that's what's unleashing that beautiful angel's lights and golden rays, okay? That is true illumination, purification of the soul, and activation of the most primal aspect of yourself, which is your soul, okay? So we have to get right and build that foundation. That root chakra is going to be your foundation. Secondly, we have the orange color, which represents the sacral chakra. So that has to do with creative power, creation, birthing new ideas, birthing new concepts, birthing new light. And see, none of that can be done until we release the old. Third, we have that solar plexus manipura chakra energy coming through. That's reclaiming your power, rewriting the lies, and like truly stepping into what you believe it means to be empowered. Not somebody else, not the status quo, not society, no, you. Then we have the green, which is the heart chakra. That has to do with unconditional love, acceptance, loving without expectation, going with the flow, non-judgment, just really expanding on that heart chakra energy. Next we have blue. That is the throat chakra. That has to do with expression, truth, being true to yourself, being true to others, really standing firm and grounded in your authenticity, and yeah, not continuing to be in denial, letting go of the denial, and being real with yourself and being real with others, being genuine. Next we have that 6th chakra energy, which is that third eye, okay? This is piercing beyond the veil of illusion, seeing beyond illusion, seeing beyond trickery, beyond deception, beyond manipulation, really truly being able to see beyond the physical reality. And then we have that 7th chakra, okay? That beautiful violet purple hue, which is that crown chakra. This is being a direct conduit for the divine communication and communion that actually transpires literally in every single moment of our lives, okay? At all times. Source is constant and source is eternal. Source is where we come from and where we return. And source is a place of truth, love, light, and really everything, okay? So being connected to source means that we have a strong connection and activation of our crown chakra. And okay, the reason why I believe it's saying priorities is because sometimes in life, not even sometimes, a lot of times, we don't have our priorities in order, okay? We're a mess a lot of the times. So it's very important that we really get real with ourselves and start prioritizing what truly matters to us, what is really going to help get us to this next path and set this strong foundational basis so that we can move forward strengthened and empowered and no longer feeling like we're in a state of chaos and disarray, okay? This has to do with being grounded and being centered at our core so that we can move into these higher densities, okay? I also feel like this card just represents moving out of 3D consciousness into 5D plus consciousness. And you know, the levels of consciousness are infinite, you guys. There is no limit to consciousness. This is an eternal journey. The soul ascending is eternal. It's infinite, okay? We just have to get out of that stuck energy and really shift timelines and do our best to not continue soul cycling and repeating the same karmic lessons over and over and over again that keep manifesting in our lives in different ways. Once we're able to see things clearly and really break free from those cycles, that is when the real magic truly begins, okay? That's when the true elevation truly begins to transpire. And it's noticeable, not only by yourself, but by others. Thank you so much, Metatron, for sending us that beautiful message of light. Next card, we have endings. You are held. Number 45, which is a 9, okay? That's signifying the closing of a cycle. So yes, endings. Let's see, this is a hard card to interpret, but let's see, there's a dock and there's a sunset. So I feel like the endings is being indicated by the dock, okay? Because this dock, this pier, it has an end. But that sun is where we want to get to, okay? The sun in tarot represents fulfillment, and just in general, like the sun sustains us. It provides us with sustenance, with nurturing. And the ancient Cometics, they also knew that the sun was a source of wisdom, and that the rays of the sun, in which they saw as a deity, also had information encoded in it, okay? This has to do with solar photosynthesis, human photosynthesis, like really absorbing sunlight at the quantum level so that we can receive messages from the divine realms. But this dock, it doesn't reach that sun on the horizon. However, that doesn't mean that it's out of reach, okay? And you see those two birds at the top? We can be as those birds are and really spread our wings and fly and soar and release all the things that are holding us back from allowing us to truly soar. That way we can reach that sunlight destination with our internal wings, our spirit wings. But for right now, we may be being held, and we may be being held for a reason. Anytime something is being taken away from us, or something may seem like it's not going right in our life, it's because there's a greater purpose behind it. There's something that Spirit is trying to teach us, okay? So learning to embrace the endings and the stuck energy, even though, yeah, it is a goal to get out of it, there's a lesson that needs to be learned first before we can transcend this. Once we learn that lesson and truly step out of that stuck energy, only then can we reach this solar fulfillment, okay? Wow, very powerful message. And Osinachi, oh, she just woke up. She always does this. You know what? She starts kicking for affirmation and confirmation, okay? So when she does that, anytime I'm doing a reading and she starts kicking, that means that yes, I am appropriately and intuitively receiving the message correctly, and she affirms it. Okay. Tree of Life. This is an ancient Kabbalah symbol, you guys. And it says travel on. Wow. Look at this. This is a very powerful symbol, that tree of life, okay? This is a blueprint. This is a blueprint. And look at that beautiful planetary celestial body and that cosmic abyss with those stars illuminated. And look at those wings, yes, that are connected to these different portals. These are activation centers, okay? I will admit, I don't know much about Kabbalah or the Tree of Life, but I know that this is a very powerful symbol that represents a grid, an activation grid of energy that can unlock our fullest potential. And because that golden orb or portal is at the top with those golden wings, I know that this card is similar to this card, okay? Starting with the red root chakra energy, moving forward into the golden light. You see how they are similar? Gold represents full illumination, the heavenly realms, ascension. So whatever we're meant to unlock here in the earth plane with this root chakra energy, through following these grids and unlocking these portals, just know that we're constantly moving in an upward progression to this ascension goal. And once we reach another level of ascension, more portals and dimensions will unlock. We are an endless body of layers, okay? And the more that we unlock these layers and these various subterranean chambers within our psyche and within our soul, more is revealed to us, very powerful messages and things that we may not have even known exist. But the key message here is to travel on, okay? Even if you're being held back, keep moving forward. Keep working through those blocks, and it's going to lead us to greater energy, greater awakenings, greater revelations, greater epiphanies. Just so much, you guys. And then wow, look at this. Cosmos 20 mirrors you. Yes, this is beautiful. This is like a crystalline celestial body. It looks like the moon. It is a cosmic body of light, and I just love this card so much. It's just giving me such pleasant vibes. But I think this mirrors you means that like everything is a reflection, you know? Things that we see within other people, whether they're aspects of them that we don't like or cherish and honor and celebrate, it's still a reflection of our own internal selves. Like we mirror back things in this reality and in this universe. We are a constant reflection of our external reality. So by taking accountability for our internal realm and our internal landscape and seeing how that is expressed and how that is signified back to us through the external mirror, that gives us little clues and hints as to, you know, aspects of self that we may want to magnify and increase, or aspects of self that we may need to alter and change about ourselves. I believe that this is another accountability card right here. And I believe that when we truly step into our accountability and stop blaming others and really start taking accountability for the things that are unfolding in our life, our frustrations and our successes, I feel like this is going to be a quite empowering point in our lives where we're just totally illuminated. Because this is giving me moon vibes. The moon represents sometimes things that are hidden, things that are so shrouded in our emotions and eternal that we may not always see clearly what they are. And a lot of people, they're not, you know, in touch with their emotions. They try to repress and suppress things that don't need to be, okay? So I also believe this spirit is just telling us to relinquish those inhibitions and those unconscious aspects of self that is telling us that there are certain aspects of ourselves that aren't good. We have to learn to embrace and accept the whole of us, okay? The darkness and the light. It's not all about beauty all of the time. There's ugliness, there are things we don't like, and those things are equally as important. Remember duality, okay? We live in a dualistic universe. That is a universal principle, a hermetic principle, okay? Okay. Next we have go with the flow, paddle on. Ooh, I love this card. Oh my goodness. Whoever the artist is, I just want to give them so much praise. Okay, immediately I'm noticing that this person is on a solitary journey. Okay, they're going out into the wilderness, into uncharted territory. I mean, look at this. This river is starting to get more turbulent, and yet look at how calm they look, okay? Matter of fact, I don't even know if I see an expression on this person's face. This is going into uncharted territory, but with the blind faith, with complete and utter trust in the divine, and knowing that no matter what unknown lies ahead, that you can still face it with confidence, bravery, and courage. This is a beautiful card. Yes, go with the flow, paddle on. So against all odds, against the turbulence, the rocky terrain, the uncertainty, the unknown, still progress and traverse forward and onward on your journey, on your path, okay? And don't let anything stop you. And know that sometimes you have to be willing to go out in nature and go out into the world on your own. So often, we want to be accompanied by people. We want to be involved in partnerships, and we have to be involved in some kind of partnership. No, this is about being firm and grounded and secure in solitude and in isolation, not needing to be surrounded by things, people, or anything, This is a person that is confident in their solitary energy. They may feel alienated, but they know that nature surrounds them, and they're confident enough to go ahead and face the elements on their own without knowing what's ahead. Very beautiful energy and channeling. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Metatron, and your angels for sending us such a beautiful and delightful message. Wow. Blessings and thanks, abundant universe. Isn't that amazing? Okay, we're calling upon abundance and how to receive abundance, and we pull this beautiful harvesting card, okay? And abundance has been an underlying theme tonight. So I feel like for those of you that are truly calling upon abundance at this time, who have been living in lack, I feel like the tables are turning for you. I feel like the wheel is turning in your favor, and I feel like you're about to be blessed with bountiful abundance and a pleasant harvest and feast. I mean, look at this feast. This is plentiful, bountiful, and look at those coins. You have coins, and you have an abundance of food and a surplus of sustenance and nurturance and all the beautiful things that the sun provides us with, just ready to be consumed and used to return to your soul. And look at those beautiful musical notes just unleashing that golden, yellow, and blue light rays of energy. This is incredible, you guys. And Spirit is just telling me, for those of you who have been authentic and genuine, those of you who have been really putting in the work and doing your internal shadow work, the stuff that's not so pretty, you guys are about to stumble across some abundance that's really going to change your life. And it's going to be so shocking, and it's going to really catch you off guard. You're going to be like, wow, this is what was waiting for me on the other side. This is why I was challenged. This is why I was pushed to the brink of just pure exhaustion and defeat and just feeling low and demoralized. because this is what was waiting for me, and because I showcased gratitude even within my darkest times, it still kept pushing forward no matter what. And because I decided to, continue being a beautiful soul and being truthful and honest and moral, this harvest is what is going to be given to you, okay? Pure abundance, love, joy, harmony, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups energy, just overflowing with joy. Wow. I can hardly speak. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you, Metatron. Thank you, angels. 23, duality, balance needed. Yes. Okay, this dualistic theme has been so prevalent throughout this Lionsgate ritual that I feel like I don't have to repeat myself anymore. We already understand that we have to be whole from within and right from within and really accept both of these energies. This is the divine feminine and masculine, okay? This is the yin and the yang. This completes who we are, and this makes us whole within ourselves. Once we become and feel this wholeness within ourselves, not depending on others or anything outside of ourselves, to feel complete and at peace and at ease, this is when the true magic unfolds. This has to do with being self-reliant, not being prone to addictions and obsessions and not feeling like we need stuff or people and things. And although those things may bring us so much joy and pleasure and a rush and a temporary high and instant gratification, those things can't be taken with us, and those things do not make us who we are. In essence, it is the soul being whole and complete. It is us being at peace with ourselves that really is going to bring us into this wholeness, bring us into this completeness, and really have us vibrating from such a high octave and density that we're going to transform ourselves in a way to where the old us is not even recognizable, okay? We're going to be metamorphosizing on such an accelerated rate that we're going to shock ourselves, all because we embrace this balance. And I think, wasn't there another balance card called? Where was it? Hold on. Because I was sure I saw one. Okay, maybe that was from another deck, but there was definitely another balance card somewhere. This is incredible though, you guys. Yes, please learn divine sacred marriage and light and shadow integration. I actually have a blog, an article that I published specifically on how to do this. Once you guys are ready to be initiated into the Modern Alchemist Collective and School of Thought, I will be accepting students into that program, but right now it's not open because I haven't completed some of the things that I have to complete before I can even make the resources available to you guys to access it. However, you can start by reading the articles and familiarizing yourself on how to go about actually accomplishing some of these things so that you could be whole within yourself and really move forward. Okay, final card of the deck. This was at the bottom of the deck. Action, movement needed. Wow. Okay, look at this woman. She's grounding, she's earthing, she's here by the ocean. These two birds are appearing again. That I think there was two birds in another card, wasn't there? Yeah, and this one. Two represents partnerships and balance. Number 2 represents balance and harmony. So that's what I'm getting through this image. And look at that angel wing shadow being casted. So when we take action and when we continue to traverse forward on our journey, against all odds, no matter what, no matter how hard and difficult and challenging things get, do you know how many blessings we start to receive? Not just on the material plane, but I'm talking about spiritual abundance as well. Spiritual gifts of insight, clarity, foresight, prophecy, oracular gifts, intuition, ability to channel, to read symbolism and signs and messages, to integrate ourselves with various aspects of life, divine self-marriage. All of these things are gifts in abundance. But if we don't continue moving forward and progressing, if we allow ourselves to get stuck in our own minds, stuck in our head, we're not going to truly be able to call forth those blessings and those gifts. So it's very imperative that we do take the time to move forward, okay? There's a lot of movement in this reading right here. We have priorities, travel on for the tree of life. We have go with the flow, paddle on, balance needed, okay? So we have a lot of cards here that do indicate forward movement. So I do feel like that's something that we have to emphasize, and that's something that we have to prioritize in our life at this time, okay? So yes, thank you for joining me on this beautiful Metatron self-mastery oracle reading. This is starting to become my favorite deck. It's teaching me so much, and I've always had this relationship with Metatron. The first time I came into communion with him was in December of 2017 after I got into a huge fight with my roommate, and I packed all my stuff and decided to leave and get the heck out of there. And it was a dark and stormy night, and I went to go stay with a friend in Northridge who went out of town, and they left me their key, and they gave me this oracle deck, and it was an Archangel oracle deck, and I did a 3-card spread that represented the past, the present, and the future. And the past was called Metatron was called, and the future Sandolphin was called, and I don't remember what the middle archangel was for the present moment, but yeah, I just remember, I'll never forget that Metatron card and meaning that was saying that I've had these eons upon eons of lifetimes, and Metatron just started speaking to me, and he was like, you've been here for eons upon eons upon eons. You're such an ancient soul. You've seen like the creation of the earth. Like your life has actually transpired far before the creation of the earth. He said I was there to witness the Sirius being created, all these different planetary systems in the cosmos, and because of that I carry great wisdom and insight with me, and that I've come back to this earth plane to really assist others in really getting in tune with themselves and finding their life's purpose and, you know, doing sacred work. And then all of a sudden I heard this loud bang, and it was just like boom, that emerged from the kitchen, and I swear nothing was on the ground, nothing was out of place, and I had no idea where it came from, and I was alone. I was so frightened, you guys. And recently when I was doing another reading, you know, when I was just in communion with Metatron the other night, my lamp literally turned on its own, and they said that Metatron, he speaks to you in a plethora of different messages. Like it could be electronic disturbances, it can be sounds, symbols, flowers, numbers, but he likes to speak to us in signs and symbols. And just tonight, there's a light that I'm looking at in my neighbor's yard that keeps flickering. So I know that Metatron, he's a part of my eternal, he's my chief archangel, and he is a part of my eternal divine team, and somebody that I can always look towards and call upon for messages. And I really want to thank the author Amanda Ellis and Jane DeLawford Taylor for creating this amazing self-mastery oracle deck. I haven't gotten a chance to read the book in its entirety, but I do look forward to studying more. And look at Metatron. Oh my goodness, look at him. He's inviting us to this portal. And I remember, okay, the first night I got this deck, you guys, I called upon this invitation card, And it was basically Metatron inviting me to his domain through this portal. It was a gateway, and he was inviting me to traverse through this portal into this gateway so I could seek solace and regeneration anytime that I need it. But he said that I am an earth angel, and I'm here to spread messages of light, love, and beauty, true beauty. Not that superficial beauty that's just skin deep, not that surface level stuff, but the beauty that penetrates deep within, okay? And I mean, look at this angel. He is just totally invigorated with this cosmic light. He is probably one of the most assured, illuminated archangels. And I'm just so in love with you. Thank you, Metatron. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming through in this reading. We accept it with much love and light. Ashe Namaste. So I have wanted to pull upon the Enchanted Map Oracle cards for you guys by Colette Baron Reed. And I also wanted to pull upon the Beyond Lumeria, but Spirit is calling me back to the astral plane, so I have to get going. I'll definitely try to sneak these in the morning, in the rising, I should say, because we're not living in morning, we're living in rising, you know. However, I'm not sure, because I do have to go back to my real estate obligations, you know, my 3D life. So, but I promise you, I will get to these, you know, just give me time. And I just want to remind you guys to kindly subscribe to my channel. Share this channel with people you feel could benefit from it. Please kindly turn on the notification icon, so that way anytime I go live or post a new upload, you guys are notified. And also by liking, commenting on, and sharing the videos individually, you're actually increasing and improving the algorithm and helping me to reach more visibility and grow my channel, which is essentially helping me to perform my sacred work here on earth and fulfill whatever my soul has set out and incarnated on this plane to do in the here and now. And for that, I would greatly appreciate it. Sharing is caring. Much love, you guys. Sweet, happy astral travels or risings wherever you are in the world. And may Metatron and all the archangels and ascended masters and your guardian ancestors be with you always. Farewell until next time. Peace.